Curiously, the logo for childbirth that has become popular since the 1970s, we had never heard of, but it's very much the rage and has been. And you'll recognize it as soon as I say it. Pregnancy and childbirth are normal life events that rarely require medical care. It's so easy to say that. Pregnancy and childbirth are normal life events that rarely require medical care. We know that that's true. We absolutely know that that is true. What's the word normal mean? And if you take 1,000 women who are of childbearing age and they're not pregnant, and you put them in a room together, how many of them will have health issues? They're seeing the doctor, or economic issues, or abuse issues, or poverty issues, fear, all sorts of things. Women around the world give birth. So pregnancy and childbirth are normal life events. And sometimes, and many times, women who get pregnant have health issues. So take that same 1,000 women who weren't pregnant, who were childbearing, now they're all pregnant. Do the health issues come with them? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Do they get worse or better? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Do others evolve? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Are there issues with the baby? Sometimes there is, and sometimes there isn't. So in the reality of things, normal means all of that. Yet, in the mid-70s, that term, that phrase, was co-opted by the natural birth movement and home birth midwives. Their concept was that pregnancy and childbirth were safe, normal, had a good outcome, normal, and that women coped normally, and that rarely required any type of medical care. And so we need to know how you feel. Is breech pregnancy and a breech birth normal? What does it mean? Does it mean it's safe, it's a good outcome, that you're going to cope well? And this is the conversation on Facebook today. It's confusing because on the one hand, people want it to mean safe, good outcome, copable, and they don't want to hear about the other. And on the other hand, it is what it is. You come into this pregnancy with or without health issues. You've developed them with or without health issues. Your baby has them, not necessarily. Who knows? And you're going to give birth to a breech baby. So what we want to do is to tell you that's a bit of the politics, and that's a bit of the stark raving truth. And so what Birthing Better Families did in the early 1970s and the 80s was to develop skills, because we had to do the activity of birthing our baby. And we did. No matter where we birthed, no matter who was present, no matter our personal circumstances, beliefs, choices, lack of choices, change of choices, or what happened to or around us. Because Birthing Better Families in the 1970s just settled on the truth. You never know what your birth's going to be like. It is what it is, and you've got to do the activity of birthing your baby. And we got pregnant to have babies. We didn't get pregnant to have types of births. So we did not engage in the conversations you're engaging in. And we focused in the 70s on becoming skilled. And then we went into the hospital by and large, although there were some home births, lay midwives, Vietnam paramedics that came back and did births, obstetricians that did home births, labor and delivery nurses that did home births. Sure there was. Small percentage. Most everybody went to the hospital, and 95% of us labored and gave birth vaginally. But that part of it I'm going to put in one of the father's segments, so you have to listen to that.